Guys, to go to and find. No, I'm really bounty farming right now. I need to bounty farm because this character has no crucible marks, and that's why I really liked being able to farm 1 or 2 materials. Sorry, it sounded like I had a chest there for a second. And yay, I like farming materials. Sometimes it's fun, except for me on the moon. On the moon, I have not found a place yet where you can get a decent amount of helium in a decent amount of time. Just because the moon is big, and it's so scattered around. It drives me nuts. I can't... Helium is the bane of my existence when it comes to farmed materials. Spin metal, I know all the places it pops up on, at least in this area, because I usually come to this area because you get some hive, you've got some fallen, so you can do a lot of different bounties here. Alpha Scoopy? Scumpod? Also working on the bounty for 100 kills without dying, so I don't have to care which race I'm killing. I can work on my Vanguard rank, which is again because I am using a new character. Yeah, Bungie, about that. Glimmer carries over, but my marks don't. I mean, I get it that the ranks don't, because if I'm like Vanguard 6 or Cryptarch like 30 something, I get it. You don't want me. Whoa. you don't want me going on like the easy maps where I get a bunch of these green engrams that I can get relatively often. Darn it, all these higher level guys are... killing all the fun. Go kill some hive. I don't need to fight hive. Go kill them. Oh, that was a total fail. But no, why can't I carry over my marks? They're another form of currency. Because I feel kind of dumb now, because here I have a character that, or say I use a warlock, and I play a titan for the achievement of maxing out one of his trees. And I found out I really like the playstyle for titan better than I liked my warlock. Now I have to get all those marks again. Why? Or is it at, maybe you've got set that it, like, once I hit level 20, I get all those marks? I mean, that seems kind of weird too, but at least I'm getting my currency for all my marks. Those of you watching probably noticed I think I got body drop. No, I am now using a fusion rifle because shotguns are kind of a pain in the butt at later levels, so I'm looking for something to replace my shotgun strategies with. I'll probably still use shotguns and scout rifles or shotguns and auto rifles for the Crucible. Because yes, whiners, I've heard what you say about shotguns, and no offense, but for me to get close enough to kill you with a shotgun means I either was able to sneak up on you, which requires a little skill, or you just totally didn't see me coming, in which case, again, it took me a little skill and you a lot of failure. It's called either don't play PvP if you don't like getting killed over and over. I mean, I take months of break between Crucible things. I haven't played Crucible in 3 weeks until Iron Banner came in, and then I started doing Iron Banner. Which, Bungie, if you looked at Iron Banner and said, wow, did we finally get something perfect? You did. I mean, yes, upping everything to, you had to get rank 5.
Got it.
So I was rank 1. So instead of 3 ranks, I had to get 5 now. And that, or 4. And that hurt. But I was able to do it because you had those little things where if you lose here, you're still gonna get points out the butt. You're still gonna... Uh-oh. It's the enemy moving against each other.
Yes.
Although, if you're farming those get lots of kills with your super all at once, like 20 times, the enemies going against each other one is great for that. Of course, if you're trying to get lots of kills without dying or something, then this... But see, I've been here... What time is it? An hour, and I've got... Ooh, is this better? Yes, it is. And you know me, I love my void worlds. Should probably go and get a thing to do. Bam. This is, I think, my 16 spin metal. I've been here an hour, I got 16 spin metal. It'll take me a lot longer than that
Anything
to get
we can scavenge for our ships from the enemy here will go a long way.
I don't know you. Oh man, if you had the sword, one of the Crota blades at right now, this would be awesome to watch. Wow, failed. But yes, swords in the special weapon slot, so they can be replaced with 4 shotguns. Give me back my ability to sell my forge materials, and give me back my exotic engram from Xur. Yes, you made it so I only get half as much experience from every engram, but I think you fixed the drop rate a little better again without telling people. But exotic engrams help up that, and you took it away, and you didn't tell people really why. Like, actually, you didn't tell people, period, that you took it away, which is kinda, you know, jacked up. I mean, if you're gonna take something away, I'm cool with that. But at least tell me a reason. Other than, well, you can buy it now, so being able to sell it just seems silly. From a story perspective, if the game is selling it, where did they get it? Oh wait, they got it from me. They should let me sell. You could have some people that are able to farm marks like nobody's business. For those of us who can't, you got all the guys who can actually going to help all against. Those wizards are gonna mess me up. Okay, for PvE, fusion rifles are awesome. Alright, I just realized I have probably been yakking to you guys for about a good... for a good half hour or so. So some of you probably won't watch the video this long. But yes, Bungie, fix things. Don't touch any of the weapons anymore. Not until we see the weapons for... But right now, all the weapons from the raid and the game period, you fixed them. Leave them alone. Please, on behalf of all the higher players, leave them alone. The whiners, well, they're gonna whine anyway. So stop trying to please those 1 to couple hundred people. Because we don't care about them either, so why are you? Oh, for those of you who haven't seen a sword, these things look great. They look cool, they get the job done. I mean, I could see this getting kind of broken in PvP, sort of. I mean, you'll have some guy like do this dash maneuver over and over and over.
Updating holiday.
People
well done.
Complain about it. Or like 2 guys with swords will hit each other. That would be kind of cool too. Actually, I'm gonna go back to the tower. Alright guys, thank you for listening to my, I guess I'll call this Destiny Rant 2, but it's a lot less of a rant than it is of a, some tweaks need to be made, but otherwise, Bungie, you're finally starting to, I know, get your crap together, and thank you on behalf of everyone who you've screwed over a couple of times. I mean, a couple of those guns you tweaked or nerfed, just the explanation form makes more sense. Like, yes, a lot of the guns have that glass half full, glass half empty thing, where the second half of the clip does a little more damage. A couple of the exotics had that way overpowered their version of it, and now it's the same. So yes, you have finally come out and started making a lot of the exotics have abilities like some of the blues and some of the purples, so they're their nice middle ground. But they're also rare enough that you feel like it's a little powered enough, because it's got the firepower of a legendary, but some of the legendaries have that extra oomph of something. They'll reload a little faster than their exotic counterpart. They'll have just a sliver more impact or stability than their exotic counterpart, and
Guardian,
good. The weapons, don't touch them.
What can we do for you?
Swords,
Well.
exotic engrams, being able to buy something,
I hope we
because
help.
my higher level characters got a 36 Cryptarch rank. I'm still buying the same white and green crap. That makes me grumpy, guys. Come on.
Acknowledged.
Okay, depending on how long this video is, I may make it 2 videos. So, thank you for listening to Rant 2.0, or number 2, I guess, period. And if there's anything you guys would like me to talk about on Destiny or look into, because when they did the patch, while my game was downloading it, I went to Google to the forums to figure out what it was. Because I'm like you guys, I'm tired of patches that keep just ruining my life. This one, actually, about time, Bungie, you finally made my life better. Really? I'm that close to level 12. Ah. But no, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about with the whole Xur thing, let me show you that just before I go lights out. But I will say that now, I guess. I have work in about a half hour, so I might come back. I might keep playing a little bit. I just won't keep talking. Because I think I've been on here 40 minutes talking to you guys, and I don't like watching 40-minute YouTube videos. This is the gun they had there last week, and after playing with a fusion rifle, this one's not the best out there. I mean, my little level 11 one, yeah, it's got less impact, less range, less reload speed, but I've seen, if you go around to some of the other shops, you'll see some of the legendaries, and they've got the same stats as Plan C. I mean, I'm a little upset because if I didn't buy Plan C last week, because I just didn't want it.
Jobs that need to be done.
Why would you put it there again?
We
Actually,
are
they
in
don't
your
sell
hands.
one. I want my marks from my older character, just because that'll save me some time on my new one if I wanted to buy a gun.
We
Let's
always
see,
welcome.
are you the one that has a fusion rifle?
Maybe help.
I don't know if they sell fusion rifles now that I'm looking at
Back
it.
to the wall.
And I'm not gonna go all the way to... Oh wait, the Vanguard one's here too, so we can check that store, guys.
Find anything?
Wow. I've played so long, I'm forgetting where everyone is. Yay!
You have a... How can I help you this morning, Guardian?
Fusion rifles. Pulse auto. There's a fusion rifle. But see, the impact's only slightly less than Plan C. But this one's fire. The other one I think is arc. Melee kills increase the reload speed. Aiming the weapon increases its range. So those are pretty basic abilities, I guess. The only real difference stats-wise
Whatever you
is,
need.
like, the exotic weapons usually have one ability that's just
Here.
off the wall or just really cool. Like, Thorn's got its damage over time. The enemies turn green and start, like, losing health slowly. Which, I fought the Vexus monster guy. And being able to see him light up and start taking, like, 58 damage for, like, 3 or 4 seconds was kind of cool. I like that you can get the exotic shards for strange coins, but now, this is where the exotic engrams used to be, is where they put the shards. No offense, Bungie, I would much rather be able to buy an engram than a shard in this slot. So put my engrams back. Unless you had to take them offline to, like, update them sometime this weekend, in which case, I'm okay with that. But now there's nothing really to buy with Motes of Light.
An end.
Speakers got emblems, yay.
Can I...
Emblems, you're only gonna buy so many, and there's 7. I have 22 Motes of Light. I want to buy something that costs a chunk of Motes of Light. Give the Crucible those little tokens. When you lose, you get... But see, here's my stuff. I haven't bought anything in the last 2 things of Xur, so I've got 36 strange coins lying around. I was going to sell spin metal the day of the patch, and then they patched that I couldn't sell spin metal. I want to get rid of spin metal, guys, because I go to Cosmodrome for a lot of my farming, because Cosmodrome is fun. I've memorized the layout. It makes me happy. But now I have, like, over 100 spin metal, and yeah, I get it. If I pick up... A lot of you are like, well, what if you get a gun that needs spin metal? I now have spin metal in spades. I don't need more. Now that I don't need Ascendant Shards, it'll be a lot easier to upgrade the legendary armor and weapons. I know for a lot of you newer guys, they're just hitting the 20s, which I love that. Those of us who have been here a while and we've just been, like, saving the exotic weapons we get because, yeah, Bungie, if I could use multiple exotic weapons, that would be great. I know you've given me lots of different armor pieces, but I can't wear them. For those of you who plan on playing a warlock that can bring himself back to life, or uses the, just a Sunsinger warlock period, this is the helmet for
I
you.
understood my mission.
I mean, technically, this is the helmet I would advise
am
for
here,
any warlock.
It's the 9 who sent
You can revive teammates faster. This is an important ability. Now, Bungie, I've noticed that I got mine a couple of weeks ago, and you can get 30 light and 93 strength. Why is this one 2 weeks later, like, just that 1 point higher? That's odd to me, but I'm not gonna buy the helmet just to break the helmet down, which I might do that. Spend a couple of strange coins to just buy some equipment. I might buy Plan C, because A, none of my characters really have any decent arc weapons. The only real arc weapon I have is I just picked up a legendary arc rocket launcher, which, those of you who use rocket launchers, you know the ammo for those doesn't come often. So if you're fighting a lot of, like, blue shielded enemies, you're going to run out of ammo, and the blue shields some of those higher difficulty guys, the shields are ridiculous. So I might get this thing. I'm not gonna get any of these right now because none of my weapons are to that point. But yes, thank you for fixing most of everything. You did mess up a couple of things in the process, but that's... You guys are new at the... I guess you're still trying to call it a pseudo MMO. But stop touching the weapons. The weapons are fine now. For the most part, I think. Actually, I probably will get an ascendant or a exotic shard, which I like the shard idea. Because you got tired of getting like an exotic bounty. Like you'd get, say, you use pulse rifles. That's your playstyle. You would get a legendary pulse rifle. You would have just maxed it out. So that's, what, 18 ascendant energy. And then you would pick up bad juju. You would get the exotic bounty for bad juju. And it would drive you crazy. Because all those shards you just used, you'd break the item down, you'd get like 5 or 6 shards back, and you're like, oh, that's convenient. But again, grumpy. Like, I don't want to break down any of these guns. Like, I know a lot of people complain about Last Word, but let me explain something to you whiners. Hand cannons are meant to be like handheld shotguns. Play any game, that's the hand cannon. That's why they actually have, and you'll see, you guys can't see this, but my finger is pointing at the word cannon. They're slow to fire, but they've got lots of impact, and they've got a decent reload and stability. That's all hand cannons. If you're going to complain about Last Word, if you're going to complain about Thorn, you might as well just complain about hand cannons in general. Hand cannons are good guns. But they have low ammo. The reload is just slow enough that you can catch guys reloading a lot. They're also, because of the way their reticles go, it's just that little orange dot. They don't have the best range. Like, even the best ranged hand cannons, you can't really snipe with them just because they don't have a scope, per se. Now, if one of the exotic hand cannons gives it a scope and a great range, and all the other good hand cannon stats, like if it was Thorn or... then, yeah, a scoped hand cannon, you can complain about that one. Because then it's replacing a shotgun and a sniper rifle. Which, I'd get that one, because that'd be fun. Some guy would see you run around the field with a hand cannon, and you'd turn and look at him, and he's way out there, and you just kind of hold the gun up. Headshot, and he'd be like, what just happened? Like, their shield's gone, half their health is gone. You pop the second shot, they're dead. They're like, what? Alright, guys. Thank you for listening to, I guess this will be Rants 2 and 3. Or 2 part 1 and 2. But, thank you for listening. The wife hates it when I vent at her for like an hour straight, so I had to find someone else to vent to.
Isn't calling the shots.
But
I am.
I'll vent to you guys,
What do you
because
need?
some of you guys actually will be sharing
You know
my grief.
This is
But yes, please, Bungie, I'm begging
yes.
you, fix your stuff. Melee kills increase reload speed, and the weapon has bonus accuracy. See, look at this. This gun is more overpowered than... well... yeah, this gun's more overpowered than the Plan C. So those of you who do Crucible, those of you... okay, and this is where you could sell them. Now you can buy them for 2 things of spin metal for 1 mark. That's dumb. Because if you've got enough kills on your belt, when you farm spin metal, it'll give you 2 spin metal. I didn't need a mark for that. So that needs fixed. I want to be able to sell my materials again. I have too much, or say all your weapons need helium. Yeah, that's me. I don't need the other 3. But if I do a mission on Mars, I'm gonna get
5 or 10 relic iron. I want to be able to sell it.
Tally calculated and submitted.
Alright, guys. This is Lightbringer. Lights out.